How can you get your ex back fast? How can you not waste time and potentially lose her in the process? How do you get the job done quickly? Here are my 4 tips for you. Number 1, don't waste weeks or months ignoring her if she won't actually fall for that trick. Some women will fall for the old cut off contact trick, but most won't. One of the reasons why is that when a woman breaks up with a guy, it's usually because she's not attracted to him anymore and she's not in love with him. So if he cuts off contact with her, she doesn't really care. Sometimes a woman will care that her ex-guy isn't contacting her, but it won't necessarily be because she wants him back. Sometimes a woman will care that her ex isn't contacting her because it'll be affecting her self-esteem. She broke up with him and thought that he really wanted to be with her, but ever since the breakup, he hasn't contacted her. So she contacts him, talks to him, and finds out that he still is missing her and still wants her back. She then feels good about herself, she boosts her self-esteem back up, and she feels like, okay, cool, I am the more valuable one. I broke up with him, he still wants to be with me, I can continue moving on. I don't need to feel like I'm being rejected or that he doesn't care about me because he's not contacting me. The kind of women who will come back if a guy cuts off contact and just waits usually fall into the following categories. Number 1, she's very young and inexperienced when it comes to relationships, so she can't handle the pain of a breakup. She can't handle the fact that her ex isn't contacting her, so she contacts him. Number 2, she can't find a suitable replacement guy to get over her ex and move on. Or number 3, she's still actually attracted to her ex and in love with him. So when they're not in contact, she'll be missing him like crazy and she'll want to get back with him. The thing is though, most guys who are trying to get an ex-woman back are in a situation where their ex-woman doesn't want anything to do with them anymore. If your situation falls into that category, your ex-woman is almost certainly not going to come crawling back if you cut off contact with her. So if you want to get her back fast, don't waste weeks or months ignoring her in the hopes that she will come back. In cases like that, a woman usually just moves on because she's not attracted to her ex, she's not in love with him, and she's not really missing him. Number 2, get ready to prove to her that you really can make her feel differently. One of the main reasons why a woman will break up with a guy is that she no longer feels enough respect, attraction, and love to justify being in a relationship with him. The relationship may have been great at the start and the couple got along well, they laughed together, they had lots of fun, they went on interesting dates, they had great sex, and they fell in love with each other. Unfortunately, that is the easy part of a relationship, and it's something that most people are able to do because the feelings are fueled by lust and new love. What happens is that if a woman notices things about a guy that she doesn't necessarily like, she will overlook those for a while so she can enjoy the feelings of lust and new love that she's experiencing with him. She doesn't want to just get rid of him because he has a few flaws. She hopes that over time he will change and he'll turn into the type of man that she can really look up to and respect and remain in love with for life. If a guy doesn't transform over time and level up as a man, then she will gradually start to lose respect, attraction, and love for him. So if you want to get your ex back fast, you have to get ready to prove to her that you can make her feel differently. Proving to her that you can make her feel differently is not about telling her that you can now make her feel differently. What you need to do is interact with her and let her experience it for herself. So let's have a look at an example of how it works. The example here is where a guy was in a relationship with a woman and he became too boring, neutral, or predictable in the relationship. She eventually lost interest because there really wasn't much of a spark between them anymore. However, he managed to get her to catch up with him for a coffee. At one point when they were having coffee, she asked him, "So, have you missed me?" And he answered, "Yes, have you missed me?" Now, there's nothing wrong with him answering like that, but if she broke up with him because he was too boring, neutral, or predictable, he needs to use the conversation as an opportunity to prove to her that he has changed. He needs to let her experience the changes so she can see for herself that he really isn't being boring, neutral, and predictable anymore. So here are some alternative examples of how he could reply to create a spark. She asks him, "So, have you missed me?" And he replies with, "Missed you? Hang on, what's your name again? I forgot." And has a laugh with her about it. He is pretending that he has forgotten her name. He's pretending that he has forgotten all about her. Obviously he hasn't. Obviously it's just a joke. It's just an opportunity for him to not be so predictable, for him to create some feelings between him and her, for him and her to be able to laugh together and feel good. Here's another way that he could respond to her. She asks him, "So, have you missed me?" And he replies with, "Not as much as you've missed me," and gives her a smile and looks her in the eyes. She might then say, "I haven't missed you." And he might say, "Yeah, right, I can see it all over your face. You'd be hopeless at poker. You need to have a better poker face than that, girl. It's all over your face. You've missed me like crazy, haven't you?" And have a laugh with her about it. She will almost certainly laugh at that. If she's a really cold, difficult woman, she might crack a smile and not laugh. But pretty much every woman is going to laugh at something like that. In a case where a guy has been boring, neutral, or predictable with her, she's almost certainly going to laugh because it's going to be a shock and a surprise to see that he actually is making an effort to create a spark now. He's not just being like a boring robot, neutral, friendly, polite, and predictable all the time. He is making a conscious effort to create the spark, to create some laughter, some feelings of love, some enjoyment. So if you want to get your ex back fast, just understand that it's much better to do that to her than to waste 30 or 60 days cutting off contact and hoping that she comes back. Remember, if a woman doesn't feel attracted to her ex anymore, she will almost certainly just move on without him. She won't come crawling back to a guy who she doesn't feel attracted to and doesn't regret breaking up with. So when a guy wants to get his ex back fast, in a case where she is no longer attracted to him, what should he do? He should actively make her feel attracted to him. He should interact with her and create a spark. By doing that, he will make her feel rushes of respect and attraction for the new and improved him. She will feel differently, and she will know that. He won't have to tell her, "Hey, I can make you feel differently now. I can change, I promise. Please just give me another chance." He has already proven it to her. She is feeling it for herself, and she knows that things are now different between them. When she begins to feel respect and attraction for him, she automatically begins to feel sparks of love for him as well. She then has a reason to get back with him now, because it seems like there is still something special between them. It's not over. She feels like she wants to hug him, kiss him, and have sex with him again. Best of all though, this type of thing feels amazing for both the man and the woman. It's not a case of the man just getting what he wants and taking something from his ex-woman. They are literally sharing something special and amazing together. The feelings that a couple experiences when they rekindle sexually and romantically are amazing, especially when the guy has leveled up and he's such a better man for her now. That is the fast track to get her back because it's about her feelings. If you're trying to get your ex back by explaining your reasons to her and telling her how much you love her and how much you want to be with her, it's not the same as making her feel that way about you. When she feels like she wants to be with you, you get her back quickly. Number 3, don't give up at the first sign of resistance. When getting an ex-woman back, you need to be prepared to deal with some resistance from her. Some women are very easy to get back, whereas others are a little bit more feisty, a little bit more stubborn, a little bit more difficult. So what you need to keep in mind is that some women will play hard to get because they want to test your confidence, don't want to seem too easy, or want to see if you can keep making her feel that way over a few more interactions. If a woman wants to test her ex-guy's confidence, it's usually going to be a case where he had become insecure in the relationship. He had become very clingy, very needy of her, and over time he lost a lot of confidence in himself. So before opening up to her ex again and giving him another chance, she will test his confidence. She will interact with him and she won't be giving obvious signs of interest. She might even be a little bit bitchy towards him. She wants to see how he is going to react. Is he going to crumble under her pressure, or is he going to remain confident? Is he still the needy guy that she broke up with, or has he become more emotionally independent since the breakup? The other example is where a woman doesn't want to seem too easy. Sometimes when a woman has been taken for granted in a relationship and treated badly, she will eventually get to the point where she breaks up with her man and she still misses him and wants to be with him. Yet, she doesn't want to get back into a relationship where he is going to be treating her badly again. So, rather than accepting him back immediately, she will play a little bit hard to get. She doesn't want to seem too easy. She doesn't want to give him the impression that he can just get her back and then get things back to normal where he is taking her for granted, not really making her feel appreciated, and so on. The other example is where a woman wants to see if her ex-guy can continue making her feel attracted for a few more interactions. This happens a lot where a guy has been stuck in the friend zone with his woman for quite a while and there really hasn't been much of a spark between them. So the sex died out, he wanted her more than she wanted him, and she eventually got bored of that and broke up the relationship. So if a guy like that suddenly changes and begins making his ex-woman feel attracted again, she won't always immediately accept a relationship. Instead, she will be open to interacting with him again, and she'll be waiting to see whether or not he goes back to not creating a spark with her, right? And whether or not the relationship goes back to feeling boring and like there is no sexual and romantic spark between them. If he continues interacting with her and she continues to feel respect, attraction, and love for him, then she will naturally get back with him. So if you want to get your ex back fast, make sure that you don't give up at the first sign of resistance. Where a lot of guys go wrong is that they interact with their ex-woman and she doesn't seem overly excited about getting the relationship back together, so he begins to doubt himself. He might then think, oh well, I have to cut off contact for 30, 60 or 90 days. I have to wait and hope that she misses me and comes back. No. Keep in mind what I've just explained in this section here. Women behave in different ways for different reasons. Sometimes it's a test, sometimes they don't want to look too easy, and sometimes they want to check to see if you can continue making them feel respect, attraction, and love over another 2 or 3 interactions. Number 4, understand that it's totally fine to get her back quickly, i.e. within a few days or a week or so, as long as you are calm and confident about it all. Some guys worry that if they get their ex-woman back quickly, it might make them look desperate and needy. The only real way that you're going to be seen as desperate and needy is if you are behaving in a desperate and needy way. For example, a guy saying to his ex-woman, I really want you back, I can't deal with life without you, please give me another chance, all I think about is you, I want you back so much, what we had is so special, I'm not doing well at work anymore because I'm stressing out about you and so on. That's desperate and needy. However, if a guy is confident and calm, then everything is fine. There is no problem. If he interacts with his ex-woman and he's making her laugh and smile, he's making her feel attracted to him again and feel like she's in love with him again without frantically pushing for a relationship, then he is not desperate and needy. Instead, he is a man who is taking control of the situation. He's making his woman feel attracted to him again. He's creating that pathway for him and her to get back into a relationship. He's creating the opportunity for them. He's making it happen. So if you want to get your ex back quickly, take action now, but be confident and calm about it, right? Be a man who takes control of the situation in a calm, confident manner. You interact with her, you make her feel attracted, you make her feel like she's in love with you again, and you get her back. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed this video and learned something from it. If you'd like to learn more, I recommend that you watch my program, Get Your Ex Back Super System. When you watch the program, you will learn the quickest, easiest, and most effective way to get a woman back. When you use the techniques from the program, she will feel a renewed sense of respect and attraction for you. She will begin to fall back in love with you. She will want to get back with you now. One final point that I want to make for you in this video is to help you understand the power of attraction. When you make a woman feel sexually and romantically attracted to you again, she immediately begins to change how she thinks, feels, and behaves. If you want to get your ex back quickly, you need to make sure that you are focused on making her feel sexually and romantically attracted to you again. For example, if a guy got dumped because he stopped being confident in the relationship, he became insecure and he wasn't as manly as he was in the beginning, his woman isn't going to feel attracted to him anymore because of that. She's going to feel turned off. So if he interacts with her and he's still doing that, then she's going to continue to feel turned off. However, if he interacts with her and he's so much more confident now, he's so much more emotionally masculine, then she is naturally going to feel some attraction for him again. When she feels attracted again, her thinking, behavior, and actions immediately begin to change. She goes from thinking that she wanted to remain broken up with him to feeling drawn to him. and wanting to be in his arms again, wanting to kiss him, wanting to have sex with him, and wanting to be in a relationship with him. So if you want to get your ex back fast, make sure that you are prepared to make her feel attracted to you again. Make sure that you are prepared to change how she feels. When you do that, she will change her mind and you can get her back fast.